Hi everyone. The UK's recently been hit by some reasonably heavy snowstorms. It wasn't really heavy in Liverpool, but thankfully one of my viewers has sent me some clips in so we can still get that message about how to drive safely in these conditions. And it's not like these two vans. Following distances need to be much more than that. When it snows in the UK, it's as if the whole country shuts down. You get told to not go out unless you have to, and I get that. However, what if it snows as you're on the way home? That's why people end up in fences like this car up ahead. Road users do need to learn some basic skills so they can cope in situations and conditions like this. Driving on flat sections of road is bad enough, but when there's hills involved, these weather conditions can make things really difficult. You should be trying to plan to keep things moving, if possible, and this is exactly what I think my viewer's doing. I know they virtually come to a stop, or in fact do stop here, but that's only because they're trying to work out what's going on further down this hill. Stopping here where you can get going comfortably and easily whilst you watch what that other vehicle in front has done to cope with a tricky situation is a perfect tactic. So, we've got the green light, but it's going to be a cautious one. The vehicles from the opposite way aren't moving, so this is another time where it's good to go. If they were struggling coming up the hill, they could be sliding from side to side. And notice also the good spacing that people have given themselves, and that's to get a decent run up so they can get up the other side of the hill. And I'm suspecting this first van on the right has not done this, and that's why they've struggled. My viewer's not gone too crazy down the hill, but now it's time to build to get up the other side. Now that's been sorted, it's time to deal with the parked vehicle a bit further up. My viewer's already planning what's going on. Improving your view early just like this gives you every chance to be able to keep things moving again.
Turn right, A5199.
It unfortunately looks as though that this van on the left is stuck also. Now, what does that sign mean on the left? That should be a pretty obvious one. And have you already seen the lorry that's coming from the left hand side? My viewer has, and they're already planning what's the best way that this can flow. The lorry's turning right and my viewer's already sussed out that they're going to hold back and let the lorry complete the turn. Allowing any vehicle to take any route they like to go across a junction like this is a good tactic in these conditions. This is obviously only when view allows, just like this junction. My viewer's turning left. We've got to negotiate the junction carefully first, but then it's time to build again, else you're not going to get up it. You can't go too quickly yet though. Look at the skid marks across the other side. It's already caught someone else out. Braking should be done as gently and as early as possible, and you're always feeling for grip in these conditions. My viewer does lock up a wheel or two here, but quickly sorts it out by letting go and getting traction going again. If you go too slow, you won't be able to get up the hill and round a corner a little bit further up the road. So my viewer does a brilliant job, keeps the speed up, and uses the horn to warn anyone potentially who could be coming round the corner. I also think we were lucky to have that clear bit of tarmac, else that might have been a no-goer. Driving in the tracks doesn't always give you the best grip, so because my viewer's downhill, they move across and give options to the vehicle coming up the hill. I thought this was a good shout. When I had a motorbike, I never ever took it out in snowy or icy conditions. And I feel for this guy if he's got caught on his commute. This is a question to any of my motorcycle riding viewers. How would you treat conditions like this? Here's someone else who hasn't fared too well. They've ended up in the hedge. My viewer seems to slow down. I don't think they're rubbernecking, I think they're just checking that there's no one left in the car, just in case they needed some help. Here's another situation where my viewer decides to wait and leave someone free use of the whole of the road, just so they can find the correct amount of grip wherever they need it. Don't forget, curbs and the edge of roads are really difficult to spot sometimes. And it was appreciated also. And here's another great example of forward planning and being nice. Yes, that was a flash of the lights also. Perfectly used. Not many people will plan this far ahead. Effectively, my viewers said, "Look at me, you can do what you wish on this corner." And you can already see the planning to move into a space. But when the second car comes, this is altered to allow the other vehicle to finish before my viewer arrives at the corner. The slopes both sides of the corner added to the complexity of this narrow bend, and it was brilliantly dealt with. However good you are at driving in these conditions, there may be some situations though where the weather is going to win. It looks as though the driver parked in on the left in the lay-by is letting other people know it's a no-go a little touch further. Sometimes you'll just have to try and find a different route. Keep safe out there, especially in conditions like this. See you soon.